tagine today. It's really my own recipe, and I'll be making a chicken and pear tagine. I know, it's a little bit different. Okay, I thought I'd show you first the how I prepare the preserved lemons. Just adjust my camera. There. They last 4 weeks. I think there's another week to go. So I'm making tagines every week at the moment. I made one last week which was better. I made a chicken tagine last week and I thought it was better than the lamb one. I didn't like the lamb one with the cinnamon and prunes. Alright, and they're very small. Some are bigger than the others. I think I'll use 3 today. So I'm just going to get them out of the jar, put them on some paper to dry them off a little bit. I don't think you have to rinse them because the brine soaks right through the lemons. So you probably don't need any salt in your cooking. I've got one left. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Alright, just put that back in the fridge. Just dry it off with the kitchen paper a little bit. There's one there. What I do is I just cut it in half. I'll cut them all in half to start with. There. Now I'll get a spoon, like a teaspoon that's got a pointed end is best, I think. And you just scoop out the pulp and the seeds. They smell lovely. Okay. There's one. Just put it on there. That's what it looks like when you've got the pulp and seeds out. Oh, this is spinning around a little bit, this chopping board. A bit tedious doing this. I'm glad it's only 3. Not like 100 or something ridiculous. Okay. Just get most of it out, as much as you can. Otherwise you'll be here till, you know, the end days. Oh. You have to move that. Oh, it's running with juice. That's not what I want. You know me, I'm very fussy. Very particular. Have to wipe that in a minute. I don't want it all over my cooker. Right, just get rid of this stuff. I think I'll just cut it on the paper because the knife's not sharp anyway, so I won't cut through this work surface. Just get rid of that. I don't know why I put it there in the first place. Okay. I need a dish. I'm not very prepared today. Okay, I'm just cutting it into slices. I do it on this cooker anyway, it's full of scratches, scorch marks, etc. It's very old. It's about, let me see, about 22 years old now, this cooker. Still works alright. Apart from the hobs, because as I've mentioned, the knobs have fallen off a few times and it's difficult to get it back to the proper settings. So sometimes when something's on 0, it's simmering away, boiling away. Right, just roughly cut, and they sort of almost sort of disappear in the dish anyway. Yep, you can see me chopping away, cutting them into little bits. Okay, and I just put that into my little bowl. There. Yep. Just give that a wipe. Next step, I'm going to hang a tiny bit of oil in the pan, just a little bit, about a tablespoon or less. The chicken actually isn't as fatty as I used one last week, so it needs a bit of oil this time. And I won't be taking it out either. I'm not faffing about today because, to be honest with you, I'm tired. Don't know why, I get plenty of sleep. Alright then, oil. My favourite rice bran oil. Alright, I think that's enough. I think that was less than a tablespoon. Now the chicken, as before, it's not marinated because there's no oil or vinegar, it's just spices. So it's been soaking in the spices for quite a few hours now. In reality, it's much more orange than what you can see. But I don't know, because it's different when I upload it, it's different. Colour is better. Anyway, it's half a teaspoon of turmeric, about a flat teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin, about a teaspoon of paprika, just a sweet one, not smoky or anything. But you can use smoky if you want. And, what's the other one? Ginger. And this time I used ground ginger. And I used about a teaspoon of ginger. Alright. So I'm going to heat the oil up now. I'll have to get the garlic clove out. While the oil is heating up, let's turn it on, that would help. A high-ish heat, or medium to high heat. Just put the garlic in with the preserved lemons. I always use that, it's just so convenient. It's the skinning of the garlic that takes ages. Then that's what it looks like. Most of it's water. It's meant to be 1 clove of garlic, but I think it's more than that. Or it's a massive clove. You'll find that in the Indian section or world food section, frozen section in Sainsbury's if you live in the UK, or Indian grocers sell it, even Turkish grocers sell it as well, and I think Tesco's do it as well, and maybe Morrison's, but I'm not sure. Whatever you do, don't buy that lazy garlic that's in a jar, because it's in vinegar, so it's awful. Alright, don't buy it. Oh, I I hope no one from the lazy garlic, chilli, etc. isn't watching this video. Sorry, but I think it's a bad idea putting it in vinegar. Alright then. Don't know if you're meant to rinse that garlic off, that lazy garlic. I don't buy it anymore anyway. I bought it once or twice and I thought no. Probably once actually. Alright, I know it's boring watching a pan heat it up. I could pause it, I suppose. Shall I pause it? No, I'm not very good at these sorts of videos, as you know. The food generally turns out to be nice. I'm quite a good cook. One pan dishes are my favourite because they're easy basically. I don't like anything too complicated. I used to cook more complicated foods when I was younger, but now I just don't really have the energy. I want it to get quite hot. I want to hear a sizzle. It's my favourite pan. I use it for everything really. And it's good and sturdy as well. No scratches in it. I'm surprised. Yeah, it's heavy duty. It's Go Cook. The company is Go Cook. And it's a decent price as well. It's not too expensive. That looks quite hot now. I think I'll just try with one piece first. Let's see if I can separate it. Yeah. I'll turn it up a bit. It needs to be more sizzling than that. Just turn it up a tiny bit because I want to hear more of a sizzle. I know you should do it in batches, I know. But I'm lazy, alright? You don't have to keep stirring it. If you're wondering what that mark is, it's scorch. Because sometimes when I boil potatoes, it boils over. Or peas, that's another good one. It just boils over. I can't get that mark off. It doesn't matter, still works. Yeah. Giving it a stir now. Smelling fragrant. Just don't want it to burn. Alright. I'm just partially cooking it at the moment. I don't want it fully cooked yet. Alright, I'm going to add this. You don't have to, but I just like it. It's a mixture of onion, celery and carrot finely diced. Just for some added vitamins and flavour. You can put it in anything. Spaghetti bolognese, chili con carne, whatever. Alright, let's turn it down a bit. Oh god, there's a big chunk there. think that's enough. I'm not sure. It's got 2 big frozen lumps in it, as you can see. I'll just add a little bit more. Hope it's loose. Just bash it with my hands. A bit sharp. Yeah. Just a bit more. I like quite a lot in it. Not much is coming out. Yeah. Oh, it's gone everywhere. Don't worry, I wash my work surfaces before I cook. They're really hard, those lumps. Oh, they're breaking up. Oops. Something else fell. What was it, a bit of onion? Oh no. I've got very clean work surfaces, so you don't have to worry, okay? I'll put that in. I'll have to turn the heat up again. Just putting things away, getting things out. Have to be quick. I'm just pre-cooking the meal. We're not going to eat like 3 o'clock or something. 5 o'clock, something like that. I'm cooking for 4 as well. I used 4 fat chicken thighs, big ones. Enough for 4 people, 3 to 4 people. Alright, I need to get some other things out. Got most of it out, but not all of it. Oh, tomato puree, where is that? Oh. Yeah, it is. Oh, sun-dried. No. I've got normal tomato puree somewhere. Oh. Where is it? Oh. Oh no. Oh. I'm just going to pause the video while I look for it. Hello. I found it. It was in the door of the fridge. I never put it there. I was getting a bit panicked. That sun-dried tomato puree is probably weeks out of date. Right. I'll probably be adding that at the end actually, because if I did it now it'd be too reduced, the flavour would be too strong, so I'm going to add it at the end I think. Alright, so next stage is some water. Turn the heat up. A bit more than that I think. Just enough to cover everything really. Let's give it a stir. Alright, I'm going to put some chicken stock pot in it. You don't really need to put chicken stock in it, I don't think. But just adds a bit more flavour and a bit of saltiness as well. Come out, that's it, plop. Now I know this has been hanging around in my pantry or larder for weeks now. Whole green peppercorns, and I put them in the last tagine I made, and it was really nice. So just a little sprinkle in your hand. They do soften up, so don't worry about your teeth, about that amount. In they go. What else? Oh yeah, the cardamom pods, I need to break them. I don't know what I'm going to break them on though. So, kitchen roll, my friend. Plenty. Yeah, when it first came out, it was called Bounty, but they had to change the name because there was already a chocolate bar, a coconut chocolate bar called Bounty. So they had to change the name. Alright, I've got I don't know if this is too much, but they're really small. I'll show you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if they use it in Moroccan cuisine, but I'm going to add it because I love cardamom and it goes well with pears. There, can you see them? So I'm not very good with cameras. There. I've got 7 and they're very thin. I'm going to just smash them gently. I will be taking the pods out. Maybe I might leave them in, but I'll warn my partner and my daughter. So I'm just going to fold it over. I don't want them smashed to smithereens. I just want them open so the seeds can fall out. Let's have a look. Yeah. I might just leave the pods in there. Oops. There. Smashed. They're all open. That's what I wanted. There. Brilliant. That's what I used. A meat tenderizer. Comes in very handy for all sorts of things. Alright, give that a stir. Smells very fragrant. Harissa paste, yes. I never used harissa paste in my lamb tagine or my chicken tagine that I made last week, but I decided to use it today. It's made from red pepper, paprika and chilli, and there's a bit of lemon in there, caraway seeds and cumin seeds or ground cumin. It smells divine. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to use. I might use I'm going to use 2 teaspoons and just 1 tablespoon of tomato puree later on. It smells divine. It's from Sainsbury's and it's their Inspired to Cook range, but you can get harissa paste in nearly all supermarkets in the UK. I do love my spices, I must say. Okay. I'll give that a good stir. Have a sniff. Yeah, it smells nice. I think I'll add the preserved lemons now. Just move that away. Just letting that sort of bubble away with the lid off for a while to reduce a bit, because my partner doesn't like runny stews. I mean, this is a stew, isn't it, basically? What else? The olives will be added towards the end. I like the Kalamata olives. I just leave them whole. I just open the packet and pour them in. And these, I'm going to have a look to see, because I don't know if I've bought these before, but I haven't used them in cooking. So I'm going to look to see what they look like. Hope there's nothing I've forgotten. I think I'll put the lid on now. Turn it down. There. Alright, let's open these dried pears. Have a look to see what size they are. They won't need soaking. There. They smell gorgeous. Actually, they're quite big. I'm going to cut them in half. I'll leave them on the chopping board. No need to put them in a bowl or anything. Probably will have to wash my hands as well because they're quite sticky. Looks a bit like a mushroom, doesn't it? One of those fancy oyster mushrooms. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, I think cut them in half. I might actually add them in a minute. I don't think they're going to disappear. They're quite tough actually. Alright. I've never ever put pear in a tagine before. In the past I used to make lots of tagines, but then there was a time when I wasn't cooking tagines, so I was a bit out of practice when I made that lamb one. I overloaded it with cinnamon, which I hate, and prunes. Now I like snacking on prunes, but I think I put too many in and it was just too sweet and sickly for me. I don't really get a lot in a packet, and it's quite expensive really. You could use tinned pears but add them at the end, or you could use apple. I made a chicken last week. I made a chicken and mandarin tagine. Yeah, because I think you can get tagines with orange in. I might be wrong there. I'm not sure. But I thought, I've used tinned mandarins in other stews before, and it's been really nice. So I put a tin of mandarins in, drained, obviously, in my tagine last week, and it was gorgeous. Oh, and I'm not using saffron either. I used that one in the lamb one, but I'm not bothering with it. It doesn't really have much of a flavour, to be honest with you. It's more of a colouring, I think. I think one more and that'll be enough. Otherwise it might be too sweet. Can you see? They're a golden yellow colour. I'm going to add them now, I think. Get my cloth. My hands are a bit sticky. Take the lid off. Just put them in. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'll just give it a quick stir as well. There. And the only other things that I will be adding is probably pepper. Maybe. It doesn't need pepper. Salt, I'm not sure. I'll have to try it. But the only other two things I'll be adding towards the end is that and that. The olives and the puree, tomato puree. Alright then. I'm going to leave you now for a few minutes, more than a few minutes. 2 hours, something like that. And then I'll be back in a flash. See you soon.